Now to show you how this will work into forecasting price. Again, this is not a recommendation to buy or sell any of these stocks or securities. This is merely just a little tutorial to show you how to use some technical analysis in these ETFs and how they translate to the 3x ETFs and into what kind of gains are possible, because I'm guessing probably not a lot of people thought that JNUG would go from 12 to 5 in a matter of 2 weeks. Um, so this just gives you an idea of how much you're putting at risk when you're placing these trades. Obviously, JNUG is one of the more volatile stocks. There are some other ones that are less volatile. Obviously, the S&P, the SPXU and SPXL are less volatile. ERX has been less volatile. Financials have been on a tear. Semiconductor. So there's a lot of stocks to choose from. JNUG being probably the most volatile, which seems to be the reason why it's relatively popular, because I've seen it move 50% in one day, which is pretty crazy. So, but it's good to know how much upside and how much downside you have when you're purchasing these stocks. And so this is what the website will help you do. If you're a new user, you can sign up and create an account. It will say register. Click on that link to register, and then you can go ahead and get into one of these charts. Now, when you first pull it up, it's going to be blank like this. So you're going to want to click Get Update Data. What that'll do is that will pull all the data values from about the last year, a little over a year, and then you can start to manipulate these. So you can see here there's a chart of XBI as well as Labu, and you can see from the bottom here, I believe Labu's up almost 70% from just before the election to now. So you can see, even though it did have this pretty severe retracement, it still held above the previous low. So XBI went from 53 to 67. Labu went from 24 to almost 50. So that's 100% gain in that. Retrace almost all of it, not all of it, but you can see this is maybe about half, 67 to 59. So that retraced a good amount, but then it took off. Even then, if you were holding Labu since last year, a lot of people say, oh, you can't hold 3x ETF for more than a couple weeks, which is not entirely true, as long as the trend remains up, because the compounding nature of the stocks, it will eventually go to new highs. You can see here Labu is $21. Up here is 54. So it has XBI made a new high, whereas 54.8. So Labu has not. So because I guess there is that decay, it is lagging behind because of this action here. But eventually it will, if this trend continues, the 3x will outperform. It will break this previous peak and will outperform again. You can chart XBI to calculate your resistance and support zones, and then you can calculate if it's going to pull back. Maybe it comes back to 59, or this previous peak, 65, somewhere in here, and you can calculate what that percentage loss is going to be. So you can really find out how much you're putting at risk. So let's go into JNUG and calculate those resistance zones at 40 to 43. So the first thing I like to do, update the data. See, this is current through Monday, so this value is yet to be seen. We'll find that out at the close tomorrow. But the first thing I like to do is to shorten the number of entries. So you can bring that down to, say, end of February. Let's go February 27. So that makes it a little bit more manageable. The next thing, so I want to put in my target values. So we're starting here at, well, I guess Monday. We can change that 36, change that to 37. Now you can put in whatever values you want. It just makes it easy to put in some round numbers. But you can put in 3750, 3720. It's up to you. So then we'll just add another value for Tuesday. Previous close, it just makes it really easy. 37. New close, let's go 38. We'll just do dollar increments, and then the previous close would be. So you would just take this value here of the new JNUG price and plug it into here. The number of shares, you can do whatever you want. It's currently set at 29,500 because that was, I believe, a $100,000 investment at the bottom. So you can see what that investment has done since then. That $100,000 investment got, I believe, all the way up over $1 million in August, and then has since retraced. It's now roughly $200,000. So it's still up 100% over the course of this entire move. So you would still, if you did catch the bottom, which some people did, but obviously if you bought anywhere past the bottom, you're probably underwater. But yeah, so the investment value shows here on the right, and then we can just keep adding some new values. So we'll go Wednesday, previous close 38, new close 39. Oh, if you scroll down there, you can still read the values, so it makes it a little bit easier. So we got our previous close here at $38, new close $39, previous close $826 for so you can see Monday, if we hit $37, JNUG is going to be up 12%. And then obviously, if you keep adding $1, that percentage is going to be a little bit less, So 2.7%, 2.6%. We'll keep going up to 43. Now, this isn't realistic to be up $1 every day, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what the price will be at when it does, in fact, get to that level. We'll do a few more here. Friday. So we just close 40, close 41, 96.02. Okay, so this goes into next week. This has a final closing price of GDXJ at $43. Obviously, this is not realistic in that it moves $1 every day, but if price does happen to get back, if we have a nice bullish week and we do get back to 43 within the next with couple weeks, maybe at the FOMC meeting or the debt ceiling, maybe that causes a spike. So we'll get back to roughly just shy of $12, and today we're trading at 680. So that's a pretty significant move, and then it also would happen on the downside. So if we're currently here, 35.53. So if we were to have a nice move next week into, let's see here, towards the end of the month, say 2 weeks, maybe the FOMC meeting is here. So maybe we climb this trend line here into next week, and then kind of end up around here somewhere, 42, 43. If we test the old high, it's going to be about 100%. It's going to be about a double in JNUG, and this is probably about, I'd say, 60, 70 to 100% gains if we get back up here in GDXJ. So pretty significant gains to be had if we do see a strong push again this week. If we move back above the 10-day, we'll get back above the 100 and the 50, and then we'll challenge the 200. So that's the bullish scenario. If things are looking like the dollar is going to reverse and head back up, then I wouldn't really suggest trading JNUG at this moment, because we're in a consolidation or a downtrend. So that's really the thing that you want to keep in mind when trading these 3x ETFs is, are we in a trending move? If we are, you can make some serious cash. If we're in a consolidation or a downtrend, that's not when you want to be holding these. And I would advise looking to trade a different stock, maybe trading the general market. If it pulls back, you can get in. That trend has been pretty strong, or you can also play from the downside. So again, that's up to you, however you would like to do your technical analysis and charting, and that will show you, or the website will allow you to calculate these percentage gains, so you know how much you're risking, and how much you risk and how much you gain. So thanks again. If you have any questions, feel free to send us an email The link will be in the comments or the description down below. And thanks for watching.